Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. This one fielded at the 5. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Got it. 55, Mike 55. I'm trying to collect. 6-6, pull it high. SOS. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Yep. Motion.
So that'll back them up 5.
Here we go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Exit. Hey, check back 16. Go on. 65. Tight dog. Hey, Mike.
Operating from the gun. Townsend. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 15 at the 16-yard line.
On the set. 16. Oh, you got, hey, orbit. Hit it.
2nd and 13. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Go. Get it.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Yeah.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
At the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Go, go.
Switch gears.
Snap.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Recon, 132 fighter. Yo, go. Hustle. Shoot.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, check back 16. Check back 16. Down to lose one.
Leo. Hey, Delta. Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Townsend is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Check 50. 22.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to
This is Jones. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Norman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46.
Watch the
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. The 20. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Norman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, high 7.
The 16's coming. Check Mike.
From the gun, Townsend drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Check Mike 16.
From the gun on 3rd down, Townsend. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
This is brought in at the 21. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 urgency.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing is Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Brooks. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake here on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Third and goal, Jackson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it. Let's get off the field. Hit it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
The 16's coming. Check Mike. Check.
Hey.
Check curls. Check curls. Check.
Hey, rock it.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6.
Kill.
Fair. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Townsend got his man there complete to Gallup. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 6 yards in the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw on 2nd down. Townsend. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Throwing on first down. Townsend completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. They go back to the ground with Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Switch.
Protein spill.
49. Check 49.
Hey, Haywood.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Townsend. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Jackson now. He completes this to Sutton. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brings up second and 2.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get
On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Check 15, check 15.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They go play action with Jackson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. He's got the first down here inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Jackson on first down. And this is Parker, complete. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, New York.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. The tight end, Cameron. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Bravo. Under 10. 10. He's look. Squeeze. Ready.
2nd and 9 now. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Townsend. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Go.
Johnson running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go. Out.
5.
The 16's coming. Check Mike.
No gain on this defense. No.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Townsend completes it to Dixon. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hey, Foxtrot.
16, Mike 16. Good. Watch the twist.
There go.
From the gun, Townsend out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Check Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. Now.
On 1st down, Townsend. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's coming.
X3. 218. Chop it. Hey, orbit. Check Mike. Shoot.
To throw again. Townsend. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's now 3rd down.
Hey, echo. Hard.
Off play action. Townsend. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ben Banogu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brings up 2nd down.
Look at me. Zipper.
Back to throw. Townsend on the check down. He finds Kamara. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Hey, Sam off. Yep.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Townsend, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Look at me. Go.
Check, 55 to Mike.
Ready?
On 4th down, Townsend. And no, it's incomplete. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Here we go. Hey, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Come to wild.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Mike 55. I got you, boy. 55. Check, 55. Mike. Man, I got you.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number?
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ben Banagoo in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Looking to throw. Townsend over the middle to Kittle, complete. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Townsend, Dixon, complete. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Throwing on 3rd and long. Townsend, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Townsend throwing the out route and complete. It's Dixon. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Townsend. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Set. 60 yards.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 20.
Rock it. Be driven.
Looking to throw. Townsend. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Jenny, welcome. Go. Front. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
You must be dreaming.
Jackson to throw. Going for the deep ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And the return will stop right around the 25. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, check Mike. Watching it go.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
It's just me and you.
Now Jackson. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Throwing now is Jackson. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's now 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Here's Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Whip. Watch the whip. Watch. 55 is Mike, guy. 55. Come up the ball.
Hey, check right.
Over.
Watching it drive.
Let's go one more. Check. 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Bring set. Bring it.
Jackson now. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Jets, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.